up or not, whatever feels good to you. And then if other folks pop in, then I'll let them in as we go. Well, I'm so happy to see you all tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. We're doing our Color Healing Academy community call, and this is really an opportunity for me to share color insights, wisdoms, perspectives, all the things about how to work with and um, utilize color to help improve your life in a number of different ways. So, a little background on me. I am in Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm an intuitive artist and painter. I generally work with the healing energy of color in my paintings. I've got a large one behind me here. And I also see and sense color around people in their energy centers that tell me where they're feeling blocked or stuck and how to move through that stuckness so that they can feel better. So I sort of treat paintings and color like both a diagnosis and as a prescription. And so tonight, if there's time at the end of our time, I will share with you any colors that I see for you or any intuitive insights that come up as we're working together. But tonight, we're actually going to focus on the color red. So red is a really vibrant, beautiful color that it sort of acts like medicine for the body. It is one of those colors that strongly supports life force energy. So if you are not familiar with the energy centers, just give me a little hand and I'll give you a quick overview of them, or the chakras is what I typically call them. So it sounds like you guys are kind of already familiar. So for anybody watching the replay, I'll go over a really quick high level of the energy centers. There are seven main energy centers in the body that support both the mind, body, and the spirit. The first is the at the base of our spine, and it is the color red, and it supports our feeling of stability, strength, security. It connects us to both our sense of physical safety. The question that it really asks us all the time is, am I going to survive this? Do I have people in my life? Do I have the money that I need? Do I have a home to live in? Do I have what I need to essentially like make it as a human? So it's a color that strongly grounds us in our humanness. And then as we move up, we hit the sacral energy center, which is orange. And that energy center is all about uh, creativity, sexuality, relationships, expression. That question that energy center asks us is, what am I here to create? How can I put out my own work, inventions, or expressions into the world? Then we move up to the solar plexus, which is just above the belly button, and that is governed by the color yellow. And that energy center supports our sense of identity, how we see ourselves, how we see other people, how we want other people to see us, whether or not we have a sense of worthiness, we feel confident, are we optimistic, and generally, do we have like a healthy relationship with ourselves? And then you move up into the heart space. The energy center of the heart is like the bridge between the physical energy center. So you have your root, your sacral, and your solar plexus. The heart acts like a bridge to the upper energy centers, which are primarily what support us in our spiritual self. So the heart colors are green and or pink. Green is all about the self. Do we love ourselves? Do we love ourselves unconditionally? Are we compassionate with ourselves? Are we compassionate with others? Can we forgive? How do we take care of ourselves? Do we nurture our inner child? Green is strongly associated with nature too. So it's a very calming color. Then you have your pink, which is about the higher love. There's this song I always reference by Steve Winwood, Bring Me a Higher Love. So that's all about the collective love, the energy that we pull in from those around us. It supports a collective, infinite, unconditional love that we share with one another. That is both, can we receive love, and also do we anticipate that love is always available to us from the bigger um, collective? Then you move up into the throat, and the throat is the color blue. This is all about your voice, authenticity, truth, trust. Are you somebody who communicates? Are you somebody who can hear the truth? The question this asks is are the words, do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? It's like, am I speaking truth to you? And am I in a place to receive it? From a spiritual sense and also from a human sense. Then you move up into the third eye, which is a color indigo or like a navy color. And this supports our sense of intuition, our inner knowing, our imagination, our vision. So, this is the place where you can literally see or project what you want to have, create, or know or understand about ourselves and other people. And then you have your crown, which is at the very top of your head, and this is governed by either white or violet. And your crown is what connects us to the divine, to God, to source, to the universe. Whatever the word is of your understanding. For me, it's God, so I'll use God, but you may use something different, and that's totally okay. So the crown energy center is all about our collective appreciation, understanding, and respect of ourselves and other people, and how we relate to being a spirit here having a human experience. So, any questions about those? Because I know I went through those really quickly. Anything coming up for you already? Yeah, Deb.
Okay, so it's red, orange, yellow, green and pink, blue, indigo, and what is the top color for the
Violet.
divine? Violet.
Yep.
Oh, it's Roy G. Biv, right?
I was going to say you might remember from second grade that that is the rainbow. And so, what's really, really cool about color and where I totally geek out is how supportive color is and where color is around us. It's literally everywhere. You cannot escape it. And so, when you learn to communicate with color, all of a sudden you start to notice what's the question that you were asked all the time when you were little? What's your favorite
What's your
color?
favorite?
Yeah. What's your favorite color? And so I think there's something really special and innocent about that. As a young kid, for me, my favorite colors were purple and pink. And so when I look back at that, I'm like, oh, I was always, so purple's for the crown, pink is for the heart. So as a young person, I was always ministering to myself with those colors, meaning trying to connect to God frequently and trying to attract this energy of universal love. So when you're attracted to a color, it's because you're looking for what that color offers you. And when you are repelled by a color, it's because there's something about that color's energy or intention that you just aren't jiving with yet. Or there's something in there that you haven't quite decided that you want to participate in. So for me, color is a language that I've learned to speak, and it's one that you can learn to speak with too. And it essentially gives you insight into what's happening with you below the surface based on the colors that you reach for in your closet, the colors that you put in your home, or even the ones that you don't. So any questions about any of that I just said?
I
Awesome.
have a
So
question.
cool. It's
Yeah,
so cool.
thank you.
Actually, I have your color kit open here. That's why I keep looking over at the descriptions.
Yeah.
So, I meditate, a few days a week, and color often shows up in my meditation. Not all the time, but I had the other day, it was a very deep, deep blue, um, almost going into purple, but kind of a dark blue, and then it kind of turned into a grayish color. So I was curious, does that mean there's an area that I'm neglecting or I'm strong in? Like,
Mm.
is it which side of the scale is it on?
Oh my gosh, that's a great question. So, generally, I think if you are seeing that indigo or blue in your meditation, you are likely opening up that third eye energy center or you're starting to be able to sort of tune in to the energy of that meditation to receive more information. Because the more you meditate, the more you start to open things up and the clearer your messages and your symbols and all of that stuff start to become.
Mm.
If it starts to fade to gray, gray is always a color of neutrality. It's a mix of black and white, but it also to me represents a lack. It can mean a lack of something. It's possible, because I know that this happens to me. If I get into a meditation or something and something kind of triggers me, or I get a little scared or something, I can drop out of that meditation very quickly.
Mm.
So it's possible that maybe you were like, oh my gosh, this color, and then you're like, bloop, and you kind of dropped out of your um, I would say like your sense of peace there, and then
Mm.
perhaps it turned gray. But it's not a bad thing. And I think one of the things that's so important that as we move through today's session too, is to try not to judge anything that comes up for you because it's all just simply information. And when you can tune into that understanding that we all have access to infinite and unconditional information, nothing that you receive can ever be bad, quote unquote, because it's simply information that you can use throughout your journeying, I would say.
Got it.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah, great question. So tonight I thought that we would work with red. And red is one of the strongest, or I would say it is a color that strongly supports the physical body. It is the most healing to the physical body. So we can kind of work with red as like a gentle detoxifier. We can work with it as a grounding force. It can help us release stuck or stagnant emotional energy, heaviness, can restore circulation and help bring a stronger sense of self and belonging because it really helps us feel rooted. So, I sort of mentioned already, like red is the color of life force, vitality, circulation. It literally is the color of our blood. And so it's really how you can remember that it's one of the things that makes you feel like you are in the human experience. So if you are somebody who's not attracted to red, or you have too little red in your wardrobe in your home or what have you, it might mean that you feel stuck in some areas, or you may have low motivation. You might be feeling heaviness, or you might even have like an emotional flatness, like there isn't a lot of reaction to things. But too much red, because there's always a balance, too much red can actually cause agitation, can cause anxiety, can build pressure. So if somebody has higher blood pressure, you want to watch the red. And it can also trigger overwhelm, because if you think about it, red is a color that's used for signaling, stop, and things like that. So it elevates the life force energy too. So tonight we want to activate balance. We don't want to activate red in an aggressive way. And we wanted to just simply help us restore where maybe we feel like our energy is a bit stagnant. I think it's really cool to work with red at the beginning of the year because it will give you something to come back to when life starts to feel a little overwhelmed. You can tune into the energy of red to help you find balance and stability whenever you need. So, I thought we'd start with a little mini meditation to help us tune into the color red to help us sort of shake off the day that we've had. So, Deb's ready. She's shaking it up. I love it. So, if you would like to, if you feel comfortable, go ahead and find a comfortable spot and place your feet on the floor. You can let your spine lengthen out. Maybe you want to move your head from side to side. And then when you feel ready, you go ahead and close your eyes and just start to breathe. And you could just take a slow breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. We're going to do 3 cleansing breaths that way. Take a deep breath in and out. And one more time, a deep breath in and out. We are just trying to feel present in our body. So notice the weight of your body feeling supported. Notice the steadiness of your feet beneath you, the weight of your seat in your chair. And just ask yourself in this moment, if your body could send you one message right now, what would it say it needs? Just let that answer come to the surface and try not to judge what the response is. Now I want you to imagine, if you can visualize this. And if you can't visualize, because I know not everyone can, that's okay. Just listen to my words and allow your mind to see whatever it wants to see. Imagine a deep, warm red color appearing at the base of your spine. It's not too bright, it's not sharp, more like a fiery ember. This red represents circulation and movement, represents life force energy. Now imagine that this red light has entered your body, slowly moving down your legs, over the tops of your knees, down your shins, your calves, through your feet. Allow this red light to enter the floor and move down, down, down into the ground. Maybe you're on the second floor, maybe it moves through the first floor. You see it stretching down into the earth. This red light is just sort of gently cascading down, still connected to your spine, as it works its way down to the center of the earth, the crystalline heart of Mother Earth. You can see this light just start to wrap around the crystalline heart, anchoring you, grounding you, protecting you, keeping you strong and supported and steady. Now that you're grounded, allow yourself to feel the strength of the earth beneath your body. Allow it to support your sense of safety. Allow it to nurture you wherever you feel like you need it. And then, whatever it was that your body told you it needed at the moment, feel that energy come up from Mother Earth. Feel it pulse with vibrating red light, offering you life force, offering you restoration, offering you strength, offering you whatever it is that you need right now. Now pull that energy up from the earth. Feel it go up, 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 back up through the crust of the earth, back up through the ground, back up into your feet, back up over your knees, into your thighs, to your hips, your lower back, and your belly. And just notice now any temperature, any sensation, any emotion, any texture that you feel. Maybe you want to yawn. Maybe you feel like you want to move your body back and forth, whatever it is, just allow that sensation to sit with you for a moment. And then pause and ask, is there anything else that my body needs right now, that my human body needs? And then ask yourself, is there anything that I need to let go of? Continue to let that red light sit in your belly, in your lower back, and with your eyes closed still, watch that red light expand with each breath. Take a deep breath in, and the red light grows. Breathing in, that red light expands to surround your entire being. And notice where you can feel that red light pulsing over the rest of your body. Notice if you feel any emotional shifts, if you feel any physical sensations. Do you feel any energetic sensations? Notice any temperature changes. Simply notice what it feels like when your entire body and being are engulfed in this beautiful, glowing red light. And just sit with that for a moment as you breathe and let that red light offer you healing. Let it minister to you as a source of power, as a source of strength, and as a source of stability. When you are ready, bring your hands to your heart. And if you want to repeat out loud or even in your mind, just say, I feel deeply rooted. I'm connected to my body. I feel safe and secure. I have everything that I need. I am open to possibilities. When you're ready, pull all of that bright red light into your heart space. Take a deep breath in and release. When you're ready, you can start to wiggle your fingers and toes, maybe tap your fingers on your legs, take a little stretch, and then open your eyes and come back to our space. Right. Anybody want to share their experience, any sensations or textures or feelings that came up as you were working with red? Any temperature changes?
Well, I was cold, but my apartment's cold, so I don't know what that means.
I was getting cold too. Sometimes cold energy just means that energy's moving. It's not
Okay.
necessarily a bad thing, but it could just mean that energy is moving. I worked with my friend Rose, who's a Qigong instructor, and she said cold is typically, I don't know much about this, so I'll have to ask her, but cold is typically like a metallic energy. So you're working with like
Hmm.
the energy of metal, which is I think also very grounding. So, um,
Okay.
Yeah. Did you feel anything else? Did you see
Well,
anything?
well, I didn't, but I'm still living in the conversation we had last night.
Uh-huh.
Not the public one, the private one.
Uh-huh.
And I've been getting the same message over and over again that I need to drop all the things that do not serve me in terms of work.
Hmm.
Um, I'm for those who don't know me, so I help people write books, but I've been a freelance writer forever, and I really need to stop my article writing because it's taking time and energy from my calling. And I like over and over again, it's like, yes, Steph, you have to. So I don't know if the red energy amplified the message that's been running through my brain most of the
Hmm.
day. It probably has. I can't, I need to get rid of commitments because I can't undo things that I committed to.
Hmm.
But the message I'm getting is when I stop doing that, there's even going to be more abundance in my business.
Hmm. Yeah.
So,
Do you want to
so
explore where red comes in with that?
uh, go for it. Yes, I've got my pen. Tell me. Well, the other thing, and I don't know if this is relevant or not,
Uh-huh.
but prior to this meeting, the possibility of me going to San Francisco for the San Francisco Writers Conference came up in a month, which is weird because I haven't been on a plane in at least 10 years. I mean, it's an interesting starter, but it was one of those things that I said before thinking, if it works out, then I'll go,
Hmm.
which is more leaning into what I meant to do and more getting rid of all the things that are occupying my time that don't deserve it.
Hmm. Yep.
Okay, now go.
Thank you for that. Thank you for
That's
that.
all the context of what's going through my brain.
No, that's really good. So my first thought was the red absolutely can amplify that feeling that you're having or that message that you're receiving about needing to release things that are not serving you. And so red might be coming up because a lot of people, and I know myself included, had the exact same conversation today where somebody said, you've got to let go of these things because they're not serving you anymore. And immediately I had a root flare. My root energy center was like, what does that mean? Because if I let this go, that means that I let this income go. But I know that letting that go also means there's opportunity in another area. But immediately there's a root flare. Immediately. Well, what happens if that income's not replaced? Or what happens if this doesn't work out? And so immediately all of those questions about am I going to survive this start to blister up.
I'm not having those questions.
Well, that's good.
I just overcommitted myself thinking, how the heck do I get these done with as little strain on my brain as possible? No, I'm actually not at all having that issue,
Oh, no root.
which
Well,
is
good.
amazing. I'm just having oh crap. I still have to do the things. Which is, and this is also really, it's a good lesson as well.
Mm-hmm.
And we've talked about this as well. So what I do, for those who don't know me, is I help people write book proposals so they can get a nonfiction book deal. And I would say 75% of the people who schedule calls with me, if they've scheduled a call with me, they're almost all the way to a yes. So today I had two phone calls turn into very likely prospects. Last week I had two calls and they're all not yet, but they're soon yets.
Mm-hmm.
So I am getting such a positive response for every single conversation. So it's good, but I'm like, Deb, what were you thinking in taking on these articles that I don't have the time or the space or the energy for? It's over the weekend, and this is just funny. Um, I send the manuscript to my co-author on Friday, And I said to myself, you realize, Deb, if you didn't accept these freelancing, you could have a weekend but of nothing but Deb projects. But so it's actually, it's encroaching not on the other work, it's encroaching on the me time.
On the you time. Yeah.
Yeah, which is also not okay. So what can, and I don't want to block the flow of things. So basically, I just have to say, Red, I hear you. I'm working on it. Is that the answer?
Well, I think for you because red is so because a lot what did I see around you last night? Orange? I think it was
Wait, I've got a
orange.
note. I've got the note because I take notes on everything. Um, I wrote down the colors that you saw in each of us, so I
Hmm.
have them there. The Deb color was blue and orange.
Blue and
Yes.
orange. Yep. That makes sense. Then I think that the what you might be working with is just the energy of creative expression where you are working so hard to be able to get to your source of creative I want to say expulsion, like being able to get that work out and move
Mhm.
it. And so red and orange together can amplify and accelerate the energy of moving. So maybe you want to work with red to be able to help you stay motivated, stay focused, and stay productive in order to be able to get those things done so that you can clear them off your path and start to get to the work that you want to get to.
Okay, so let me see if I'm interpreting you right,
Hmm.
because I think I am. When I set to do these projects, I need to surround myself with red so I've got focus and I can
Hmm.
get it done quickly.
Yeah. Red and
Okay,
orange. Yep.
red
Yeah.
and orange. Okay, because I have to do a podcast tonight because I never wrote the article because I've been so busy. Okay, but I'm here. Clearly,
I
this
know.
is
Thank you for coming.
no, no, but what I'm saying is this is the priority.
Yeah.
That's the thing is I've so out prioritized some of these things that that's what happens is I'm doing the things that I need to build my business and that's coming during my downtime,
Yeah.
which is okay short term, not okay long term.
Yeah. I totally get that.
Okay, so if I do a red and orange and then I can fly through it and then I don't have to think about it.
That's right. It'll
Oh,
help
I love
support you.
it.
It'll gently spurn you forward. And also if you're wearing red, it will help support that sense of I'm going to be okay. I'm going to get this done. I don't have to worry about anything. Everything's okay. It's like actually the theme song for the color red for your root energy center is from Caddyshack. I'm all
I'm
right.
all right.
Don't nobody worry about me. Yep. So that song is all it fully supports the root.
Okay, I will tell you, I spent the summer I turned down in California, and that was the year Caddyshack came out. So
It's
there you
funny.
go.
Yeah, literally if you listen to it, it the drums in the song are a heartbeat. It
Yeah,
supports the body. Yeah, it's kind of awesome. It's really
it
cool.
is very awesome. Okay, I don't want to take time from other people,
Oh, thank you
so
for sharing. Thank you, thank you.
of course.
And Mary, I just wanted to welcome you. I'm sorry that you popped in while we were in the middle of the meditation, so I didn't want to interrupt, but I'm glad that you're here. Um,
No, thank you, Heather. I've been out all day, so I didn't even have time to print out the workbook, and I have to eat because I've got an 8 o'clock call
oh,
also.
bless your heart.
So it's one of those crazy days. And the last thing was this wake for the husband of a good friend of mine. So it's been a tough
Oh,
Aw.
day.
I'm so sorry.
So
Well,
I'll just be like auditing.
yeah,
Thank you.
no problem. No problem at all. This will be a good meditation for you too. When I send out the replay, that'll help kind of ground your energy back
Yes,
again as
thank you.
well.
Then I can see the part I missed. Thanks very
Yeah,
much.
for sure. Karen or Nancy, anything you want to add? Anything that you experienced in your meditation or anything that came up?
Yeah, actually, ironically, this is interesting. I was feeling like this, like right in my back here,
Uh-huh.
like almost like a gripping, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes it's like, oh, I did a workout before, maybe it's from that kind of thing. But I went to my chiropractor yesterday because she does this spinal network thing that is about re kind of like resetting your nervous system. It's really cool stuff. And I walked in, I says, nothing's bothering me, but I mentally don't feel good. I just like not in a good mood and just overwhelmed and just a lot of stuff. And she's like, oh, okay. So she did the work. And so she kind of goes down the spine and she stopped kind of mid back. And she goes, this is your energy is blocked right here. It's not flowing. So she does like little adjustments. She does all these different things, and my body starts to relax and the energy starts to move. So and then I'm looking at the chart and has lower back pain, even though
Hmm.
I didn't have back pain, but I just felt like that, like it's just like muscles tighten or they get like I can't explain it. It's almost like a little sticking in
Yep.
there.
Yep.
And I'm not feeling it now, but I felt like, gosh, that's really weird. So it's just like all these things kind of tied together.
Yep. It is. It's all connected. And backs
Hmm.
and back pain are generally about feeling a lack of support somewhere,
Mm.
especially in the lower back. The upper back can actually mean something different. I can look it up and see. I have this wonderful book. I don't know if you have ever seen that's called
You
The
told me
Secret.
about that last time we chatted.
I probably
Hmm.
did. I should have an affiliate
Yeah.
link for it because I tell
Yeah,
everybody about it.
yeah.
It's so fantastic, The Secret Language of the Body. And you can look up different body parts and even different illnesses and things like that. And it'll tell you what is potentially the energetic block.
Mm.
And it also works with color too. But the back typically is all about feeling a lack of support.
Hmm.
And it can sometimes mean that you are, okay, so back, feeling unsupported, overwhelmed, and under too much pressure, carrying suppressed and unresolved emotions from the past. So it has upper back, middle back, and lower back. So are
Okay.
you more upper back or was it middle?
It was what I felt today was more middle.
Middle. So it says
Hmm.
stuck in the past, holding on to guilt and resentment, difficulty breathing and taking in life, emotional instability, overly sensitive to other people's beliefs, thoughts, judgments, and criticisms, difficulty forgiving yourself and others for past mistakes, too focused on what's wrong instead of what's right.
Hmm.
So you could ask your back if it has any messages for you. And this is
Yeah.
something you can journal on too. It could be thoughts, sensations, visions. Um,
Hmm.
and one of the things that, so I tend to think about color in terms of what's the color of the pain or the block and what's sort of the prescriptive color. So for you, the prescriptive color could be a white or a gold because those two colors are going to help support the energy of abundance, of care, of connection.
Mm.
And so if you want to tonight when you go to bed, visualize a gold or white light sort of emanating in that space where you feel the tension or the stuckness. It happens again if you're not feeling it now. And just
Hmm.
allow that white or gold light to just sort of fill the back like a cushion and just let it
Mm.
offer comfort. And you can pull those colors down in through your crown and all throughout your body, almost like a spray foam. You know, like
Yeah.
contractors will use to fill like holes and things or to like level houses. Imagine that like a spray foam that's coming in through your crown and sort of filling in all those places where maybe you don't feel the most supported. And that'll
Interesting.
help to sort of balance that out too.
Cool. All right.
How about you, Karen? No pressure.
I felt heat, I felt warmth coming up. Um, and I had a sense of this, um, like a deep blood red cocoon that I
Mm,
was wrapped in. The word that came for me was stillness.
mm,
And, having not been well since January 2nd, I've had to be still. I've had to let go of a lot of appointments and
hmm.
shoulds.
Yeah.
And so I've been mindful of catching up on some things that I wanted to absorb, um, playing with some of my own art materials, and listening to different interviews and podcasts that I wanted to catch up on. I love the idea of a root flare. I'd never heard that before. I thought, ooh, I
Mm-hmm.
guess all of our chakras can have flares.
100%. Yep.
Um, so that was really interesting. And what was the name of the song from Caddyshack? I know it, but
Yeah, it's I'm All Right by Kenny Loggins.
I'm all right. Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
drop it in the chat.
And was there a workbook or something that we were supposed to
No,
look
I
at?
have
Or
I think Mary was talking about, or Nancy, I don't remember, was talking about the color healing kit. I have a free PDF that
oh,
kind of
cool,
introduces color and and helps you understand a bit about um, where pain or dis-ease or discomfort show up in the body and what energy center is reflected in that and what colors can support those two.
wonderful, good,
And and I can drop the link in there so you get it. You'll get a bunch of emails from me after that that kind of guide you through how does it work? How can you use it? How can you work with it? And it'll invite you to my Facebook group too, the color healing community, so that you can learn more about um, color healing, and all that good stuff too.
wonderful. That's great.
Yeah.
Heather,
Yes, ma'am.
is it okay if I put the link from yesterday's goal chat you were on
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
in
It was a
there?
great call. We talked about intuition and how to tap into our intuition. And there were two other women on the call that are also, and one is a clairvoyant leadership executive entrepreneur coach, and the other is a plethora of amazing gifts. um, but yeah, and I was just on Deb's show last night, so it is recent.
Mm,
So thank you for having me on there. So
oh,
yeah,
thank you.
so what was I going to say to you? The red cocoon. Yes. So because you have not been feeling well, red, like I said, is strongly supportive to the physical body. So
Mm,
if you don't have any red clothes or you just hate the color red, you don't have to wear it, but it does support the body when you wear it. But if you can just over the next couple of days take 5 or so minutes and just put yourself back in the red cocoon and imagine that that red is sort of ministering to your cells, it's helping to restore, rejuvenate, revive.
yeah.
Um, the visualization exercise and the color. There have been I've had a psychic medium say to me one time, I sat in my car and I meditated with the color purple, and I imaginated sound like wicked. I imagined I'm gonna start saying that. I imaginated. I imagined this purple pillar coming down to help support my open up my intuition, to connect me to God, to source. And when I walked into her house, she goes, "Why do you have a purple pillar coming out of your head?" And so
Wow. Very
it
cool.
works energetically. It works from some sort of quantum level. I don't really know, but if you're somebody who can see those things, so believe that the red will be healing to you. It will be healing to you. And if you can do that over the next couple of days, I suspect you'll start to feel better. And so you can eat the color red. So anything red, I would skip the Doritos maybe, but if you think about red fruits and vegetables, they're going to be healing to the body and the blood. Beets, apples, raspberries. Um, red grapes, anything, those are going to be strongly supportive to you wearing it. And then that meditation is going to be good. And then honestly, one of the things, I don't think we're going to have time to do it tonight, so I'll have to build it into the next one. But I do something I call the color healing, what is it? Color mapping method. And you can kind of move through your energy centers and ask yourself, what color do I see? What shape is there? What sensation is there? What is coming up for me? Or you can even ask, Root, what message do you have for me? sacral. What message do you have for me? And you can just sort of draw or doodle or color whatever it is that's coming up. And I think the thing that is so amazing, and you know this, Karen, as an art therapist too, like we hold so much information. We just have a bounty of information underneath the surface that we just have to get out and we just need to express. And when you can tune in to your own energy centers and ask, what is it that you need me to know? You'd be shocked at what will come up. Your root may not even be red, it might be purple, and that means something for you. And ask, what does the purple mean? I worked with somebody, I do intuitive color readings for people, and I worked with somebody whose energy centers were flipped. Everything was opposite. So I saw red in her crown and purple in her root. It was like
Mm,
she was just polar opposite of, and so that meant something very specific for her. And so there's just some really incredible ways that you can work with color to
mm.
help you feel better.
It's interesting. I remembered, I guess, yesterday morning that I froze fresh raspberries over the summer, and I went into the freezer and put lots of red raspberries in my yogurt.
Look at that.
And I have been having Italian food for dinner, so spaghetti sauce, red
Uh-huh.
sauce.
Yeah.
And I made a salad tonight. And I had this tapping in my brain going, there's a red pepper in the refrigerator. Why aren't you cutting that up and put it in your salad? And I overrode it. I'm like, I don't, it's too much work. But I was definitely getting the red message, the red food
Yeah.
message.
How funny. I love that so much because that's one of the really cool things about color. It will come in to your awareness with a message long before you receive it in the physical. And so
Yeah,
you were probably pulling in that healing already, and you hadn't connected the dots yet. But now that you know where that red can support you, it's going to be even, you're going to be like, give me all the red peppers.
that's right. Makes it even juicier.
Exactly. Exactly. Um, that's fantastic. Well, I was going to have you do a little bit of a journaling exercise to just sort of cement some of the things that we talked about here. And so I will drop the questions in the chat so that if you have time later, you're welcome to work on them. Um, what energy am I ready to release? Where do I feel more movement now in your body? What does vitality mean to you without pressure? And how can I support this movement over the next few days? So this is all about, where does that energy come from? What is the red trying to teach you? What is your body asking for? And how can you support it? And and so I hope that tonight's session has been helpful with giving you some insight about color, how to use it, and how it can help you. And each month we'll be doing a new color. And you're welcome to come to all of them or watch the replays. And if you enjoyed tonight's session, you're welcome to reach out to me, and I'm happy to share more information about color readings and other workshops and all of that stuff. I'm always happy to connect live one on one with anybody to answer any questions or anything too. Any questions for me? Yeah, Deb.
Oh no, I'm just wondering because we do have a few minutes left. Are you
Yeah.
getting any colors radiating from each of us?
Oh, great question. Thank you for asking. Well, Deb, I still see the orange around you. No change from last night. I see orange around Deb's throat area, so I see it right here for her. And that generally tells me she's working on expressing this creativity. There's something coming up for her there, which yes, she shared. She's working on some new stuff. But Deb's colors have shifted over the last couple of months because we talk pretty frequently, I would say. And she's kind of vacillated between this like orange yellow, which was about a shift in identity and creative expression, and it's kind of moved up. So now she's got that creative expression sitting at her throat, which means it's almost like you birthed it in reverse. Because
Well, the thing that I remember, so I think it was probably 6 months ago
hmm
that you were seeing like an hourglass. So I was like a skateboarder on a
yeah.
ramp going between my two identities, which is goal strategist and book specialist.
hmm
And since I leaned in as the book proposal expert.com, that went away.
Oh,
And
yeah,
it's
it did.
and it's just me living my gift, basically,
Yeah.
right? Is that
hmm
is that a good short version?
Yeah.
What else can I do I need to be doing to amplify the
I think
things?
for you, a lot of the work is around getting clear on who you want to be seen as and communicating that out. So I would be, using your Deb method,
Hmm.
writing your goals out, writing out the your intentions, I would say. Your intentions is going to be helpful.
Okay. And I think, because I think I am clear, and
hmm
I think the congestion is coming from the work that I need to stop taking.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I really think it's as simple
Letting some of that stuff go.
as stop committing to things just because I'm nice or I can't help myself.
Words to live
I
by.
well, I'm interviewing this person for an article because she's got a book coming out and she was my editor for a while at the paper I write for, and it was one of those things that it's like I go ahead and said no, but saying no didn't
Felt
feel
even.
like
Yeah.
yeah, didn't feel like the right thing to do.
Yeah.
So so the things that I'm taking, they're more out of kindness. But again, I need to be the kindness to me, not
Yeah.
so much for the other people. So it'll be very interesting as I literally actually let go of some of this stuff,
hmm
to see um, what color is it going to be when I let go of the extra baggage.
You're gonna have blue, blue in your throat, not orange in your throat.
Okay, so the orange is
It's
I'm a
it's
little
trying.
torn.
Yeah, it's trying to get out.
Okay, so should I be eating blue foods to make it more bluey?
No, I think you really, well, you could, yes, yes, and um, I think really you can work with orange to help you get that out. Because orange will support creative expression and will help you start to like step into those places where you're moving with intention through what you're creating. So you're actively creating from an authentic place, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and I just made carrots, so I'm orange.
All the orange foods.
Yes, thank you.
hmm Karen, um, I feel blue and green for you. So that tells me you're sitting here in your body or your spirit, which a lot of times can be like a turquoise color. Turquoise supports this idea of the divine feminine. It also supports this idea of nurturing and caring. It is both the heart and the throat. So if when I see people here generally, it's because there's something that is unexpressed or that needs to come out that will help free up some stuck energy in that heart space and in that throat space. You can write it, you can draw it, you can sit and just think about it, but just being able to move that energy out of this space will also help you feel better too. Does that make
And
sense?
my symptoms are pretty much chest, throat,
Okay.
and
And your
sinus.
sinus,
So
yeah.
yeah.
So sometimes when we have that congestion up there, I just worked with a client who had the same thing. Sometimes it's because there's energy that hasn't been moved. It literally creates congestion. And it can be that there's so much coming in that you haven't been able to sort of like sort through. But a lot of times that will come in when we're blocking a new idea, a new vision, a new pathway or something, and you're like, oh, I don't know that I'm ready to receive all of that yet. Let me just block it for a little bit. So your stillness or your divine timeout might be so that you can receive something new that's trying to come in or to give you clarity on something that's trying to come in for the new year too.
Yeah. And when you said the word congestion just now, I thought of a traffic jam,
Hmm.
that kind of congestion.
Yeah. I know a friend of mine who always gets a sore throat when she is actively in, I would call it rebellion. Like when there's something in her life where she knows she should say no to it, but she doesn't. She gets a sore throat every time, almost like clockwork. And she'll tell me like, "Oh, I'm out sick today. I've got a sore throat." And I was like, "What did you say yes to that you wanted to say no to?" Without fail. Because the spirit responds or the body responds to the spirit. So ask your spirit what it wants to bring in for you so you can start to move that out.
I will. Thank you.
And then Nancy, my friend, I feel green for you. So that tells me you're sitting in your heart space. So there could be something that you are working on, either finding a different way to like nurture or care for yourself, or you're just looking at ways that you can love, honor, and respect yourself more in the new year. So that is almost always about forgiveness, compassion, acceptance, or that there's some sort of grief that's sitting there. I feel like a little bit of sadness in that area. So you can work with green to help pull that up and out, or you could work with orange too, because orange is strongly uplifting and helps to elevate the mood there too. So work with colors that like go with what the opposite is. So if you're like, oh, I always wear green, go with like go with red for a little while or go with orange for a little while. Like pick a color that will sort of help to elevate that. Does that make sense for you?
Yeah, it does. It does. And actually, green's probably my favorite color.
Okay.
I do surround myself with a lot of green.
Yeah,
So I like that color a
I
lot.
do too. Most of my closet's green.
Yeah. But it does make sense. It does line up that trying to navigate my coaching space and trying to take care of myself and not get overwhelmed with all the stuff, because that was my theme the last several days.
Okay.
And starting a new year, there's always that little bit of sadness.
Yeah.
And like after the holidays, you're just like swamped and you're busy, 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 and all this stuff's going on. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's interesting. I always think there's probably a little sadness. My dad died like 3 years ago. What year is it? It'll be 4 years this year, but there's still a little sadness about it,
Yeah,
you
of
know?
course. Of course. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing that. I'm sorry that
yeah.
you're going through that. That grief never goes away. It just sort of sits with us.
Yeah.
But it might be asking you to just kind of find a place of uh, quiet and peace. I think we come off of the
Hmm.
holidays and we like, we don't ever stop. And so we just kind of bulldoze through feelings, and it might just be
Hmm.
asking you to sit with it.
Yeah. And yesterday was my self-care day.
Oh,
I
good.
meditated, I sat in the sauna, went to the chiropractor. It was literally just, I'm not thinking about anything today.
A Nancy
And I
day.
so needed it. My mood shifted like that.
Oh,
So
good. Good, good,
so
good.
it really worked. But
Good.
now I'll work more with my colors.
Yeah, work with your colors. And pink too would be good for you too, just as a
Okay.
reminder. Yeah, of
Cool.
that love
Thank you.
energy. Yeah. Well, I am cognizant of time. We're over by just a little bit, but I just want to thank you for coming tonight from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate it. I love color. I'm a total color nerd. And anytime I get a chance to talk about it and share it like lights me up. So I'll probably be up all night just feeling so excited about it. Um, so
And
if we,
I had to just I had my art materials with me, and
oh
I thought, well,
yeah.
let me just do a little scribble,
Oh, I
so
love it. Thank you for sharing that.
just to get that red moving.
Yeah, get the red moving. Yeah. So good. Well, I would love to stay in touch with you guys if you haven't gotten that color healing kit, I dropped the link in the chat and I'll send
Right.
out the replay for everybody. And then we will do this on the second Tuesday of each month. So our next session will be February 10th if you're able to join.
Thank you so much for this, Heather.
Great.
Thank you
Thanks, Heather.
guys. I hope that you feel better. Karen, let me know how you're
Thank
feeling.
you. Thank you.
Have a great night, guys.
Thanks so much, Heather.
Thank you
Bye.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.